Every once in a while, I become obsessed with an artist and their music. A few years ago, it was Melody Gardot, then I became obsessed with Yeba, and now most recently, I've been obsessed with Raye. And in case you've been living under a rock and don't know who Raye is, she's only the most interesting, talented, charismatic, iconic artist that we have had in a very, very long time. And I don't say this lightly. I was introduced to Raye a couple of years ago when her song Please Don't Touch came out, and I remember I had it on my Song of the Day playlist for 2021. That song was on repeat. I loved it. But it wasn't until I heard Escapism late last year that I was like, whoa, what is going on here? And I didn't discover it on TikTok, by the way. I stumbled upon Escapism. Maybe I was at the gym working out and then the song just kind of randomly came on my Spotify. So I heard Escapism and I fell in love instantly with the hook. And that song, the more I listen to it, the more I fall in love with it. Like, the songwriting is genius. The composition, the vocals, all the changes in the chords, the melody. Yeah, the song is insane. But it was listening to this song that made me super excited for her album, My 21st Century Blues, which is honestly my favorite album of the year so far, and will most likely be my favorite album of the year by the end of the year, because it's just pure perfection. When I heard Escapism, I went to Raye's YouTube channel and I listened to her songs Hard Out Here and Black Mascara. And after seeing Escapism and then watching those two music videos for the first time, I was like, oh, there's something going on here. She is creating a whole theme. This is not a one-off song here and there. No, this is an entire musical theme and journey that she's bringing to the table here. And when I found out that she was dropped by her label and they let her go because they didn't think that this album was worthy of being released, like, what is the music industry doing at this point? The music industry feels so outdated. And the fact that it turns out some of these songs have been in Raye's vault for 4 or 5 years, and she just got an opportunity to release them because her record label thought they were not good enough. Do you know what lesson we all need to learn? Like, the music industry needs to learn that businessmen should not be making artistic decisions. Because this album is Raye's most successful to date. Escapism is one of the biggest hits of the year. And honestly, I am so glad that she is making it on a very big scale as an independent musician, because not only does that give hope to musicians like me, but it also renders businessmen in music absolutely useless. Like, there are performances of the song Ice Cream Man on YouTube from like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's now just coming out. 4 or 5 years ago, that was before Please Don't Touch, and Ice Cream Man is a much better song than Please Don't Touch. It's a much better song than most of Raye's songs that came out when she was with her record label. The other side of this is that all independent musicians and all musicians in general should really stick to their vision and try to communicate their feelings and their thoughts authentically and as openly as possible in their music, because that is what people really connect with. I don't care how many overly produced songs there are out there, or overly polished songs, or whatever music businessmen think is the right music for the masses. I don't care about all of that. I think if every single artist had the ability to release music that means a lot to them, people will gravitate towards that music. And if we all put out music that is just authentic and honest, and that's all the music that we have out there, I think the music industry would look very, very different. The music charts would look very different. I'll tell you the story. I was in a meeting with a record label executive and I was playing them my new album, which has not come out yet, because I wanted to get signed and do like a distribution deal with this label. And there was one song on my album, which is the title track from the upcoming album, that is all about how when we leave this world, all that we actually do leave behind is how we treated people and the love that we gave to the people who matter to us most in our lives. Because that's what really sticks with people. Like, it doesn't matter how much fortune we amass, it doesn't matter how famous we were or what our possessions were or what we looked like. All that matters is how we made people feel. It's an orchestral song, it's very cinematic, very emotive, and at the end of the song, this executive gave me this very cold look and was like, "Do you really believe that?" And they were referring to the lyrics in the song. And that was my cue to be like, you know what, I don't want anything to do with this. Because I believed in my vision, and I honestly was not going to sign any deal whatsoever with an entity that does not believe in my work or what I'm trying to say. And you know what? I've been independent for the past 10 plus years, and I'm going to continue to be independent and create a business paradigm that works for me. Because at the end of the day, it's honestly all about the art. I'm not making millions of dollars. I'm not super famous, but I want my music, the music that I make, to touch the people, no matter how few they are, in a way that is genuine, authentic, and deep. And that's what really matters to me. I love Raye's music. This album has been on repeat since the day that it came out. I think I'm responsible for at least 10,000 streams of each one of these songs. Raye is the most exciting artist that I have come across in a very long time. And I have to say, like, as soon as I heard Escapism, I went on Ticketmaster and I started looking for tickets to her show if she was coming here to Toronto. And she is opening for an artist in May, but I wasn't gonna buy tickets to that because it's at a big venue. The tickets are expensive. I think they're like $200+. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait for her to come. And then a couple days later, I find out she's going on a solo tour and that she's gonna be here in Toronto on March 17th. And I try to buy tickets and they're all sold out. Honestly, I'm not surprised that they are sold out because she's phenomenal, and I'm so glad that people are realizing that and are excited to go see her perform. But please, if anybody out there has VIP tickets, hook me up. This is a moment in music history that is unfolding before our eyes. This is the equivalent of Lady Gaga's very first Fame Ball tour, where she kind of did very small venues and people got to see her perform for the first time. And if you've seen any of Raye's performances from this tour online, you know she's got a full band. It's got a very nice, authentic, organic feel to it. And I really don't want to miss out on that opportunity of seeing her live in this setup when she's at this stage of her career. And the VIP package comes with like a meet and greet ticket. So, I'm so upset that I can't see her. So freaking upset. Wow, I am so dramatic. This was supposed to be a section of this week's video, but it ended up being a whole video. So you might get another video from me this week, possibly on Friday. But thank you so much for watching. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my music, check out this channel. And if you are a regular, then I will see you very soon.